Call Allah Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai by Shemar Kakadash, Brakatah Yahweh, Brakatah Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Brakatah Yasharala, Brakatah Yahweh, Call Allah, Shalom, Shalom, Halawayah, Halawayah. The Bonan City Apostle was a great millstone, pushing and teaching this truth of sincerity, and overseeing the construction of the tabernacle of David, more perfect tabernacle. Shalom to the Aki and Wabafian, scattered abroad. Shalom to the sincere believers. This is Yahweh by Yasharala by Yahweh. Come to you live to the spirit and power of Yahweh by Shemi Hawashai to give you another quick lesson. Um, I think I might want. I don't know if I want to keep going like this long. Ecclesiastes 12. This is Sirach, or the book of Ecclesiasticus, chapter 12, verse 1. When thou wilt do good, know to whom thou doest it, so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. Just telling you know what I'm saying. Just like a writer, you know, he takes into account his audience when he writes. You know what I'm saying. When you do good, just take into account who you're doing it for. You know what I'm saying. Not for it says so shalt thou be thanked for thy benefits. You know what I'm saying. Not only for that, but you know what I'm saying. When you give alms and you do certain good deeds, you know what I'm saying. If you do it to a good person, you know what I'm saying. It ultimately that reflects positively back on you. But you also gotta know why it says like it says, know to whom thou doest it. No, that's both ways. You know what I'm saying. Because a lot of people, you try to do good for them, they're ungrateful. A lot of people you try to do good for them and they are grateful. You know what I'm saying. And it says in verse 2. Do it good to the godly man, and thou shalt find a recompense, and if not from him, yet from the Most High. And that's why it's important because the book of Matthew speaks upon this freak. Salakia. The book of Matthew freak. Man, stay right there. The book of Matthew speaks about this, and it says when giving alms. This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 1. It says, take heed that ye do not, take heed that ye do not your alms before men to be seen of them. I'm telling you right now, don't just like, don't be trying to help people out just so you can, know what I'm saying, build your reputation or go after some vainglory, so some type of things. And like it says, otherwise ye have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. Therefore, when thou doest thy alms, do not sound a trumpet before thee. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people like to go on the social media and tell you what they're doing or how they donated to this charity or how they'll spill their whole life story about what they're doing for other people and stuff like that. As the hypocrite, Salakia, do not sound a trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory of men. Verily I say unto you, they have the reward. But when thou doest alms, let not the left hand know what the right hand doeth. And that's a very that kind of sticks in the back of my head at all times. Just one of my favorite verses. He said, "Let not the left hand know what the right hand doeth." And that ultimately goes into the concept of privacy, and kind of like everything. Everybody ain't gotta know everything about you. You know what I'm saying? But it says in Matthew chapter 6 verse 4 that thy alms may be in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret may so like it that Father which seeth in secret himself shall reward thee openly. And that's important because, like it says, the Father who sees out in the open, he's gonna reward you. So like he says, the Father which seeth in secret is gonna reward you openly. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, and a lot of people, when you really, the Spirit bear witness with all things. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically all I gotta say about that. You know, the spirit bear witness. You know what I'm saying? So going back to Ecclesiasticus, it says verse 3, there can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. I'm reading that again. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth alms. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a saying, you gotta get a taste of your own medicine. So if you out here doing a whole bunch of wickedness, you know, you out here doing a whole bunch of, you know, shicey stuff, it's gonna come back onto you. You know what I'm saying? The Book of Revelations says, "He that leadeth in captivity shall go into captivity. Who that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." And I'm gonna get that. And ultimately, that's a concept of you reap what you sow. And I might grab that. That might be, if I'm remembering the scripture right, it might be Ephesians 6:8. This is Ephesians 6:8. Knowing that whatsoever good thing any man doeth, the same shall he receive of the Lord, whether he be bond or free. And that's not particularly the verse I wanted to get, but you know what I'm saying. It kind of goes into what I was saying. Is it 3 and 6? So I can, but just to roughly paraphrase the scriptures, it says, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that the same he shall reap." You know what I'm saying? That's ultimately going to just the concept of justice. Justice is you getting what you deserve. Whether you do good things, you get good things in return. You do bad things, you get bad things in return. You know what I'm saying? In the Book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10 says, "He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword." Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Just right there, a concept of justice. You get what you sow. You get what you give, and you got what you gave. All right. Going back to Ecclesiasticus. Ecclesiasticus chapter 12, verse 3. There can no good come to him that is always occupied in evil, nor to him that giveth no alms. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's important. You know, if you got an increase or if you haven't, it's nothing wrong with, you know what I'm saying, breaking your brother off or making sure everybody else straight. If you have plenty, there's nothing wrong with giving to somebody who doesn't have any. And that's the main problem in our society is everybody is so selfish. You know what I'm saying? It says this is chapter 12 verse 5. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. And boy, wow, that's a spirit right there. I'm gonna read that again. Do well unto him that is lowly, but give not to the ungodly. Hold back thy bread and give it not unto him, lest he overmaster thee thereby. And this is the point. For else thou shalt receive twice as much evil for all the good thou shalt have done unto him. And that's wild, because it seems like no matter how much good you can do for a person or how much good you can try to do for a person, if that person ain't got a good heart, if that person ain't got the right mind frame, all they're gonna do is take, and just treat you badly. You know what I'm saying? One sided relationships, toxic relationships. Somebody's giving, somebody's doing the best they can. The other person's just taking, and they're not reciprocating that energy or not reciprocating just that kindness. Mm. Yeah. Mm. What else do I want to talk about? That's pretty much it. Mm. Well, I guess I'll get this scripture and go from there. That's you got that pop into my head. I think this is Amos. It might be 6:3 or 3:3. Um, this is Amos chapter 3 verse 3. Can two walk together except they be to agreed? Um, will a lion roar in the forest when he have no prey? Will a young lion cry out of his den if he have taken nothing? You know what I'm saying? Can two walk together except they be agreed? And that's important because that's really what's going on in my personal life. You know, day by day. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Y'all gotta have it gotta be some common foundation somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not any common foundation, it's not gonna work. And on the other hand, the same can be assumed. If two are walking together, they must be agreed. You know what I'm saying? Even that's I know that's an assumption, but if you see if that's just how I can that's just how you got to take it. A lot of times, like with I guess with anything, you know what I'm saying? If contradicting belief systems, contradictory ideologies, contradictory morals and stuff, they're always going to oppose each other. So if there's a situation that arises in a relationship, being not even being romantic, but all any type of relationships like a friendship or whatever, and there is no contradiction of morality, no contradiction of ideology, they all must be agreed. Can two walk together except they be agreed? You know what I'm saying? And it says right here in Proverbs 11:1, a false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is His delight. You know what I'm saying? A false balance is an abomination to the Lord. It gotta be. It always has to be 50-50. That's why some days you gonna. That's why you're gonna have good days. Some you gonna have bad days. That's why some days you're gonna have a lot, and you're gonna have. Some days you ain't gonna have nothing. Cause there has to be a balance. And well, I don't know if in another one of my videos, um, you know what I'm saying. I spoke about, you know what I'm saying. It's lucky my brain's everywhere right now. With that being said, I'm just say, shalom.